here are some signs that your investor-focused agent is investor-focused. They've done an investment deal before. Like, if of all the things that would be crucial, the first question I would ask any investor-focused agent is, have you done any fix and flip or investment business in the past? If the answer is no, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night and I feel very smart, you want to consider getting a different agent, right? If the answer is no, but I've watched every episode of A&E's Flip This House, and it's given me a ton of confidence to do this, you're going to want to find a different agent.
Walk away very quickly from that guy.
Okay? Not because they're bad, but because they're untrained in the very, very specific art form of being a retail investment agent.
Check, 1 2 1 2.
Turn it up, turn it up.
Welcome to the Foreclosure Deals Coach podcast.
The tides are turning. The time is now.
Your home for the mindset, methodology, and tools needed to invest in foreclosures.
Don't you dare buy a house. Buy a deal. You need to get into this right now.
Right now, yeah.
And now your host, the Foreclosure Deals Coach, Donny Corum.
Hey, and welcome back to the Foreclosure Deals Coach podcast. I am your host and Foreclosure Deals Coach, Mr. Donny Corum, recording live from our downtown Denver studios with my executive producer, main man, and all-around badass, Mr. Jonathan Winston. What's going on, man?
Well, today, honestly, I am like perusing Amazon and thinking about dropping by Barnes and Nobles because there's just some new books that I want to get. Some concerning wholesaling, some music stuff, just a lot of different new education pieces that I want to add to my regimen going forward.
Yes.
Look to close the year out strong. Maybe download some audio books. Because it's good. I feel like it's good to have a balance between audio books and then like the actual ones that you read. You can put your hands on and highlight and stuff. So,
I totally agree.
Just kind of going over my options and seeing what's going to be best, and looking forward to learning even more as the year closes out.
I love that, man. And think about this in any business. You have to be a lifelong learner, right? There's no ending the game where, I've learned enough, I can now operate. You have to be expanding your mind, whether it's real estate or music or whatever it happens to be. You should be looking to learn and expand. So I appreciate you deal hunters for turning into the show today. As always, it means the world to us. As always, we start our show here with a news article. This one's pretty good. dsnews.com reports, or they're asking the question, how much will foreclosures surge in the months ahead? As always, we're going to post this article to the show notes right here in the episode. You can locate it on our Foreclosure Deals Coach page by just searching Foreclosure Deals Coach in Facebook. And of course, you want to get part of the insider action by heading out to the Foreclosure Deals Coach Insiders Group and requesting access. We go over all these articles in more detail, and of course, want to help you to expand your career. But this DS News article mentions that the latest relief package comes with some worst, middle, and best case outcomes for the foreclosure rates. See, the thing is that no matter what Congress and the White House decide to do in this current coronavirus package, it's pretty much a guarantee, as it sits today, that we're going to see a relatively significant increase in the foreclosure market. Now, why? Well, it's kind of obvious. You got a lot of unemployed people right now, right? And regardless of your beliefs, obviously it's a very serious crisis, a very serious disease. It is a problem. I'm not doubting that. But as it sits in the state of Colorado anyway, we have 1,800 deaths in the entire state. And every one of those lives was precious. I'm not trying to downplay that. But what I am saying is you have to ask yourself, if we're talking about the financial ruin of the entire state, is it worth shutting the system down? Congress is balancing that right now. Right? But by not acting where we're at today, the action, no matter what they take right now, is going to result in a significant increase in the number of foreclosures that are out there. This article goes into detail on how bad potentially it's going to get. I got to tell you, though, this sounds bad, but as the Foreclosure Deals Coach, is it wrong that I'm a little happy?
Here it comes.
That we're going to see a little bit of an increase in the foreclosure market?
There we go.
I'm gonna have more to do. I know. All right, send the hate mail. Fine, I can take it. Here's the thing, all right? We got into this situation, and in the end, the only way to get out is properties are going to be lost. We, as foreclosure investors, are going to buy in at the bottom and ride this thing all the way to the next top. You know, it's unfortunate. Don't get me wrong, but listen, we have to be realistic. If you keep the economy shut down forever, there's going to be a fallout, you know?
Come on now.
That's just reality. So anyway, before you guys send the hate mail, I am sorry for the people. I genuinely am. Sincerely, it's unfortunate. But I don't know that we reacted. We may have overreacted a little bit. Just slightly, okay? And this article shows, read it yourself. They're just going into, we're going to see a surge in different places. Congress can't come up what to do to solve the problem. Printing free money is probably not going to be an ongoing solution. I love it too. Send me money, it's cool. But like at the end of the day, we got to do something. And the net result, no matter what they do now, is we're going to see a substantial increase in foreclosures across the country. It's sad. It truly is. But it's opportunity. Right? And if you're listening to this show, that means you're a deal hunter already. Your first step in becoming an official deal hunter is to head out to dealhunter.io, download the PropStream application, and learn about this data firsthand. You will see foreclosures before they hit the market. You will see people trying to sell at a discount. You may find yourself in a position where you're buying your first deal in the next couple of months because the deals are out there. You just got to know where to find them. Right? And that's what we do here on the show. So let's get to it. Let's talk about what our topic of conversation is. Today, it's about picking your investor-focused real estate agent. Now, in our phase 2 coaching package, which is for elite coaching, which you can only get into when you've done our basic coaching package and we've walked you through our first deal, okay? So in our basic coaching package, we walk you through finding, funding, fixing, and flipping the 4 F's of foreclosure investing.
That's
if you're
catchy,
not
man. That's pretty catchy.
like
man.
that, I wrote that myself, believe it or not.
And we did an episode on it too.
Did we do it?
This spoiler disclaimer, spoiler alert.
Yeah, you can find the episode. Or if you're not ready for full coaching, we've got a course coming up. Keep an ear to ground. It's to be very inexpensive for people really trying to get started. That's going to do a video series on coaching for the 4 F's of foreclosure investing, okay? But just kind of going back, you may start at the course, the self-study course on the 4 F's of foreclosure investing. You'll find yourself wanting, I'm certain after you've done that, to get the full coaching package where my team and I will handhold you through your first deal. And then finally, there's this elite coaching package where we teach you how to get your operations manager in place, how to get a retail agent in place to handle all these properties. And in the elite coaching package, you can do what I'm doing with my team, where we are now targeting 50 flips right here in 2020, with 29 of them having been completed for the year so far. 29 flips on the way to 50. Okay, little behind, admittedly, with the coronavirus thing going on, but we're undaunted, we're pushing forward, and we're looking for people who want to take their flipping business to that level with the elite coaching package. But in the elite coaching package, and even before then, you're going to need a retail-focused agent, or you're going to want to be one of the two, right? Now, there are definitely a huge difference between a basic real estate agent, not knocking all you $1.2 million agents out there, but listen, guys, the agent teaching model very much teaches pretty homes and pretty neighborhoods. It's a retail-driven model. The idea behind it is selling homes at the top, or in this case, above the top of the market. That's not to say that agents are bad people. It's to say that that's their job. They got to push retail property, whether it's new builds, heavily remodeled houses, etc. The entire market is dependent on the retail push. So I've got nothing against agents, just so we're clear on that. I was an agent for 15 years. I made a very good living doing it, and I have a lot of great friends who are real estate agents today. So this is not to knock agents. It's simply to explain that you, as a deal hunter, need a very specific type of agent to work with you. In the early stages of this game, okay, you're looking for somebody who's focused on helping you find deals, which is one option, is to find an agent, but you have to know that that particular agent has investment experience. So we're going to go over ways to determine if your agent has an investment background, and thus you're adding him to the team. In the long term, when you're part of our elite coaching package and you want to build a predictable, profitable, long-term flipping business, you're going to need a retail agent again, but the fee structure is going to change drastically, and you need an entirely different, still very investor-focused agent to pull that off. So that's what we're going to go over today, is how to find and train, basically, your investor-focused agent. So how do you find this guy or gal? Well, number one, here are some signs that your investor-focused agent is investor focused. They've done an investment deal before. Like, if of all the things that would be crucial, the first question I would ask any investor focused agent is, have you done any fix and flip or investment business in the past? If the answer is no, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night and I feel very smart, you want to consider getting a different agent, right? If the answer is no, but I've watched every episode of A&E's Flip This House, and it's given me a ton of confidence to do this, you're going to want to find a different agent.
Walk away very quickly from that guy.
Okay? Not because they're bad, but because they're untrained in the very, very specific art form of being a retail investment agent. Okay, and I actually have a coaching package being put together on that as well. If you're an agent out there and you're thinking, hey, Donny, you're talking about me right now, I can learn this, or I want to learn this, reach out. I'm just kind of testing interest right now to see if this course is worth putting together, because it's an entirely different mindset to be a retail agent versus an investment-focused agent. So question one, have you done an investment deal before? If the answer is no, that's probably a good sign you want to move on. Question two, are you registered with HUD? Okay, HUD is the government website at hudhomestore.com or hud.gov/HUD Homes. You can find it either way. But it basically is the FHA arm where they dispense of properties that have been foreclosed on with FHA loans. This is kind of a sneaky thing here, because just being a member of HUD is not that difficult, but if your agent hasn't taken the time to register with HUD yet, they don't appreciate the investment market as well as they probably should, and they may not be a good fit for you.
Hi, this is Donny Corum, your foreclosure deals coach. One of the things we talk about on the show is the importance of great foreclosure data and helping you to find a great deal on a foreclosure property. But where do you find this data? You're certainly not going to find it on Realtor.com. You can't get it on your local MLS. So we have partnered with data provider Foreclosures.com to get you the latest and greatest in foreclosure listings right there in your local market. These properties are not hit the market in most cases, and when they have been foreclosed, gives you easy access to find out more detail so you can get the best deal on a foreclosure property. Getting started is super easy. Head on out to foreclosuredealscoach.com and click on the link labeled foreclosure list. Enter your zip code for a free 7-day trial of the best foreclosure listing data available in your local market. These properties are not even on the market yet, so you can get a jump on them and get a great deal. Once again, this is Donny Corum, your foreclosure deals coach. We'll look forward to seeing you there.
A lot of deals on HUD. We find deals there all the time.
We do. So an investment-focused agent is looking for those deals before you are. Listen, guys, you can get an agent out there to go scouring the market for you right now, but the reality is, with tools like PropStream that you can pick up on dealhunter.io, you don't need an agent to find you deals anymore. Like, that was the case in the last generation, where we were very, very, very dependent on agents to find our deals. Up until recently, where now the tools are out there where you can find and analyze the deal on your own. That's a big part of what we offer here on the Foreclosure Deals Coach podcast and in the Insiders Group. We go over finding and valuing deals, right? So you don't need an agent for that, but you do need somebody to advise you on the way the market is trending. Much like a stock market investor, a stockbroker gives you an idea on where the market is trending at the moment. You can follow your own trends, you can do your own analysis, but if you're going to be building a team and you want to do this continually, you need an investment-focused agent to make sure you're being steered in the right direction. Here's the thing. Agents are paid a percentage of what they sell the property at. So the more they sell the property for, the more they're going to make, right? Yeah. Do you see how that's counterintuitive to your goals, where you're looking to buy something below market?
Yeah.
I remember meeting with clients in retail where, like, yeah, we're approved for $350, but we really only want to spend $275. But our last agent God bless him, just wouldn't, every house we saw was about 340 to 350, like all of them, right? And immediately I would go, we're not spending more than 300. I know what you're approved for, I get that, but since I'm only looking for deals, you're capped out at 300, let's find the deals below that 300 mark. Okay, it is simply a different mindset. Why and how did I get that mindset? Well, I figured out as a retail agent that my best clients were investors. And the reason they were my best clients is because the average client is going to buy a house every 3 to 5 years. Okay, whereas my average investor client was buying 4 houses a year. In no time at all, I'm going, man, I would much rather work with the deals because I get that repeat business over and over again, as opposed to having to find that next retail client week in, week out with advertising and all that other stuff that goes along with that. Okay, you want to find a guy who has that mindset. So step one, have they done an investment deal before? Step two, are they registered with HUD? Because you might be finding your deal on HUD and you can't have somebody who's not registered with the HUD to do that. If you're having trouble finding that person, join the Facebook group, Foreclosure Deals Coach Insider. We've got a group of agents we are building all across the country, a network of agents who are investment focused. We can help to make that introduction for you. And when you're part of our elite coaching program, we're actually going to hire that agent for your team and negotiate their compensation package, all part of the elite coaching, because you're going to need somebody who can do continual business at a consistently lower rate than market so you can make this operation profitable, right? That's all part of the coaching package, okay? Step three, do they understand valuation, right? And the key to that is much like we start our coaching program where I throw a couple properties at you and I find out what you think the property is worth. Now, the key for you figuring out if your agent understands valuation is that you have to know valuation yourself, right? So if you don't fully get valuation, you're not gonna be able to query your agent for that fact. So you've got to master valuation. And what is valuation? It is knowing the difference, the delta between what you are paying for the property and what the property is worth by knowing what the retail price of the property should be. Okay, and it's much art form, it is science. You have to understand how the market moves and the inner workings of it. But if you're going to have an agent out there looking for deals for you, whether it's a house you're going to move into as your primary residence, or it's an investment property you're looking to fix and flip, or it's a rental property, you're going to have an agent out there looking for deals. They have got to understand how the valuation market works. Okay, and the test for that is throw a property at them, your house, if you already live in one, and go, what do you think the property is worth? And then you have to be able to fact check that. You know, you'd be shocked. You'd be absolutely shocked at how many agents out there do not understand how to do valuation. Okay. I myself, in addition to being a real estate agent, I'm also an appraiser. So I learned valuation very early on in my career because I got my appraisal license. But I'm one of the very few out there who really dove into valuation because I personally wanted to really understand what the properties that I were buying was worth. Okay, so that is the option. You can go out there, make sure your agent fits those 3 steps. They've done an investment property before. They're a member of HUD. As a registered agent with HUD, that's critical, and find out that they know how to do valuation. Or I can simplify all of this for you right now, and you can become a coaching student where we teach you how to find, fund, fix, and flip your next property, and we're going to work with you on the finding. We're obviously great masters. I would say master level in valuation. I hate to toot my own horn here, but I've met very few people who can do valuation quite as effectively and quickly as myself and my team can, because we've just really focused on that training over and over again. Right? We're going to help you to fund that deal. We've already got the resources. So the difference between paying an agent is when you pay a buyer's agent, they get paid at closing as a commission from the seller. When you get coaching, you're paying up front, but the net is the same. Right? The agent should be looking for a deal, and with coaching, you can guarantee you're going to get a deal because it's part of our coaching promise and part of the guarantee that we offer. Okay? And it's not designed to be a commercial, but that is 2 ways to get there. Hire an agent, do all this interviewing and process and fact checking, etc., or get a coach, a foreclosure deals coach, right there in your local market. We will work with you to locate that deal for you, to fund that deal, to fix the deal and sell it at a profit. Okay, and when we're selling it, a lot of times, sorry agents, but a lot of times we look to sell it for sale by owner. It depends on how hot your market is,
Right.
but Zillow sometimes is just as effective as putting it on the MLS, as much as I can't stand them. Yeah. Sometimes they can do just as good of a job. That alone and the process we teach on how to sell the property on your own will save you the more than the price of the coaching package. Right? You figure an average sale price, $300,000 to $350,000, depending on where you are in the country. That's what it is in Colorado anyway. With an average sales price here, one deal sold for sale by owner with our system will save you what you would pay for the coaching package, almost times 2. Okay, so it's just a benefit to get that out there. But if you're going to go the other route, it's okay. Like, we're here to educate. I'm okay with whatever's good for you. What I don't want you to do is pick your second cousin who got their real estate license last week to be your representative to negotiate a foreclosure deal for you. Listen, retail is complicated enough. I don't knock at all what agents have to do, but you start wandering into the investment world, which is driven by banks and the federal government, right? Professional sellers, they're going to rip you to shreds. And I've seen more situations where people have lost money because on the buy side, they made the wrong move because they had the wrong agent. Okay, much less all the stuff that can go bad on the sell side. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm simply saying your advisor will make or break you in this deal. The person who's helping you through your first couple deals and teaching you will decide if you're going to be very successful as a real estate investor or you're going to lose your shirt early on. And I can tell you the percentages of people who lose their shirt early on are staggeringly high. Okay, staggeringly high, because most people do not know what they're getting into when they start this business. But you don't have that problem. Do you know how I know that? Because you're a listener to the Foreclosure Deals Coach podcast.
A devoted deal hunter.
You're a devoted deal hunter. You know how to get this information. You just got to reach out. You know, all the time, our clients are followers. Hey, Donny, does this look like a good deal? What do you think? I provide more free information out there, and I'm not looking for kudos. It's just that I want to help. I really want to help. And I'm hoping that a certain amount of people have elevated their career to a status where they want to get professional coaching. That's where we step in and really hold your hand through the process. But for right now, if you're looking to do your first deal, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Join up. Head on out to the Foreclosure Deals Coach Insiders page. There'll be a link to it right here in the show notes so you can get involved there. Right? Download the PropStream software at dealhunter.io so you can start learning valuation. And when you download it and join the group, we're actually going to do a free 15-minute valuation call. I'm going to show you how to do a valuation of a property in 15 minutes or less so you're able to, in the field, using the PropStream mobile app, be able to figure out if that property is a good deal or not and be able to act accordingly. Because speed is key in this game. Are you excited? I'm excited. You excited?
I'm excited, man.
Lot going on, right? That article just talks about there's going to be a surge. It's going to happen. We knew it. We've been saying it for months. A year on this show, I've been saying it's coming. We didn't know it was going to come attached to coronavirus. Oh, wait, are you sick? Are you sick?
Sorry.
These studios are not secure. Now I got to detox this entire studio.
Wait, no, I'm good, man. It was just a little.
The guys in the coats are coming in right now.
Hey, man, get that away from me.
We didn't know coronavirus is going to be the problem, but we did know it was going to be a problem. Now here we are, it's happening. You as a listener to the show, amongst the other 7,000 people out there listening, have probably figured out the time to start acting is right this moment. So let's get started, guys. Go out there, get your PropStream, go out there, join the Insiders group. Let's have a conversation about your future in foreclosure investing, because the time is now, the market is here, and we can help you get there. All right, that's my time for today. You know, we try to keep these short and sweet. It's high energy. It's fast-paced. It's a lot going on. I don't want to wear you out too much on one rodeo. So download the next episode. But in the meantime, remember this. This is Donny Corum, your Foreclosure Deals Coach, reminding you now and always, don't you dare buy a house, buy a deal.
Want more of the Foreclosure Deals Coach? Hit subscribe and stay tuned for more of the mindset, methodology, and tools you'll need to invest in foreclosures. Visit foreclosuredealscoach.com and text DEAL to get a list of foreclosures in your area.